Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is TVR Schmidt, and this is my wife Samantha.
Hello.
And today we are watching Silence of the Lambs. What do you know about this?
I know virtually nothing.
Virtually nothing, yeah, same.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be like a horror classic.
Right.
But that's all I know.
Yeah.
Like, is that it's a really well-known film.
I know it's a super well-known film, and I know that Jodie Foster and Anthony Hopkins are in this movie.
Okay, so maybe one of their early movies. I don't know timeline of when this came out.
I'm not sure when this came out either. I know Anthony Hopkins is pretty old, so
Yeah.
but it might have been.
Jodie Foster isn't, so.
It could have been Jodie Foster's earlier. Actually, I think Jodie Foster was like a kid star or something like that.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I'm not really quite sure.
Well,
I don't know where it falls in their movie making timeline.
Yeah.
I just know that it's like considered a peak movie for both of them.
All right.
But that's all we got. So we're
Short
really
intro.
yeah, we're really excited to kind of check it out.
Yeah, so this movie was very highly requested in the comments.
Yeah.
On a ton of our reactions.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to watch it, and we included it on our horror Patreon poll, which it won, I think, by a lot.
Yeah, it won by a pretty heavy landslide.
Yeah.
So we're excited to check it out for sure. We want to thank all the patrons for voting on it on our horror movie poll as the winner. If you would like to see the full-length reaction to this, as well as everything else that we have reacted to, the link to our Patreon is in the description. And with that, let's get into Silence of the Lambs. Quantico, it's the FBI, right?
Yeah. Woods near, out in the middle of nowhere.
Some training going on.
I mean, I feel like Jodie Foster still looks exactly the same.
Right, when you think of Jodie Foster, she always looks like that.
Yeah.
Nice form. Interesting signs.
She's not a trainee, because I think that's these guys.
Yeah, maybe she's a little bit more established or something.
Small.
She stands out a little bit. Oof. Like flaying their skin off. Yeah, Bill's skin's fifth. All women.
Your instructors tell me you're doing well.
I hope so. They haven't posted any grades yet.
Okay, so she is a student.
You grilled me pretty hard, as I recall. I gave you an
A minus, sir.
A. We're interviewing all the serial killers now in custody for a psychobehavioral profile.
Interesting, shot choice. Breaking the fourth wall.
See, the one we want most refuses to cooperate. I want you to go after him again today in the asylum.
Hannibal the cannibal.
Oh.
I don't expect him to talk to you.
Hannibal the cannibal.
Be very careful with Hannibal Lecter. Believe me, you don't want Hannibal Lecter inside your head.
They're talking directly at us.
My instructions are to talk to Dr. Lecter and report back this afternoon.
We've tried to study him, of course, but he's much too sophisticated for the standard tests.
They talk about him like he's like a genius.
I don't believe Lecter's even seen a woman in 8 years. And oh, are you ever his taste, so to speak.
Yikes.
Do not touch the glass. Do not approach the glass. You pass him nothing but soft paper. Use the sliding fruit carrier, no exceptions. Do you understand me?
Yes, I understand, sir.
Jeez.
He complained of chest pains and was taken to the dispensary. When the nurse leaned over him, he did this to her. The doctors managed to reset her jaw, more or less. His pulse never got above 85, even when he ate her tongue.
Oh my god. Feels like it's hell down here.
Well, maybe we'll have more luck if I go in by myself.
Brave girl.
He's past the others. The last cell, you keep to the right. I'll be watching. You'll do fine.
I'm terrified for her.
I know, right? Passing through all the security. They literally pass through a red gates of hell.
He's the only one behind glass.
Yeah. Because so he can't reach through the bars. There are no bars to reach through.
Dr. Lecter, my name is Clarice Starling. May I speak with you?
May I see your credentials? Closer, please.
No.
Now then, tell me, what did Miggs say to you?
He said, I can smell your cunt.
Jeez.
You use Evian skin cream,
Whoa.
but not today.
He's so creepy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Why do you think he removes their skins, Agent Starling?
It excites him. Most serial killers keep some sort of trophies from their victims.
I didn't.
No, you ate yours.
Do you know what you look like to me with your good bag and your cheap shoes? A well-scrubbed, hustling rube. But you're not more than one generation from poor white trash, are you, Agent Starling? What does your father do? Is he a coal miner? Does he stink of the land?
It's like chilling.
A census taker once tried to test me. I ate his liver and a nice Chianti.
Oh my god. She was starting off strong.
Yeah.
She's not going to get through him just like a generic questionnaire, though.
No.
Look at the blood! Mate!
Jesus. Was that semen?
I think so. So I've caught her name is Clarice, which I recognize.
Clarice.
And then he's
Sterling.
Hannibal.
Yeah, and he's Hannibal, the cannibal, Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah, so these are names that I recognize. Didn't
Yeah.
realize they were this movie, though.
No.
FBI, hands up! Don't move!
Turn around. Hands behind your back.
Oh.
Dead, Starling.
Check your corners.
Did you check the corner?
No, sir.
That's the reason you're dead.
I feel like he definitely got in her head a little bit, though.
Yeah.
Starling? Miggs is dead. They found him at bed check. He'd swallowed his own tongue.
Oh my god. He just like convinced him to kill himself?
I thought the yourself reference was too hokey for Lecter, so I looked in the phone book. There's a yourself storage facility right outside of downtown Baltimore, sir.
So nobody's been in here since 1980?
Oh, no.
Oh no. I don't even want to know what's in here.
You just stay here. I'll be back in 1 minute.
Nice.
Yeah, that was smart.
Yeah. I mean, she's very smart so far.
Stuck. Hand me that flashlight, sir.
Come on, she's gonna crawl underneath. Oh my god. What does a cannibal keep in storage?
For 10 years. I wonder if there's any records in there.
Right, all the
They
records.
disposed of his.
Yeah.
A coffin?
Yeah,
Or
that's.
car?
I don't know. I was either thinking coffin or car. Oh, is it a
it's
hearse? So it's both coffin and car.
Well,
Great. She's trapped in here now.
Miss the rest of me? Meaning that you rented that garage?
Thought he was gonna like slam it closed or something.
Your bleeding has stopped.
Man, he could like smell the blood.
Why don't we talk about Miss Moffat? You wanted me to find him.
I did not kill him, I assure you. Merely tucked him away very much as I found him. Do you think Jack Crawford wants you sexually? Do you think he visualizes scenarios fucking you?
It's the sort of thing that Miggs would say.
Ooh.
What happened to your drawings?
Punishment, you see. When you leave, they'll turn the volume way up. Dr. Chilton does enjoy his petty torment. What I want is a view. I want a window where I can see a tree. I want to be in a federal institution far away from Dr. Chilton. I'm offering you a psychological profile in Buffalo Bill. I'll help you catch him, Clarice.
He'll hope for a window.
Tell me who decapitated your patient, Doctor.
All good things to those who wait.
this is an interesting concept.
Yeah.
She looks familiar.
She's from Big Sky.
Is that her?
Yeah.
She was also in Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Just go into your house.
All
get in the truck and
Oh,
push
wow.
all the way up.
Oh. I already forgot that he like skins people.
Wonder if he's making a person, all of the skin.
Yeah.
Like, putting it together.
Right, putting it together, or he hasn't found like the perfect skin yet or something.
West Virginia, that was in Tennessee.
Well, they said this body's been here for like a week, so maybe it's not the same person.
There's no evidence of rape or physical abuse prior to death. All the mutilation you see there is post-mortem. Circles where the girls were abducted, arrows where their bodies were found.
He said they're not injured or anything, like he's not torturing them.
Mm-hmm.
He's killing them first and then doing everything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's a white male. Serial killers tend to hunt within their own ethnic groups. 30s or 40s, he's got real physical strength. And he's never impulsive. He'll never stop.
Not bad, Starling.
She's really good.
That's why you sent me in there, isn't it? To get his help on Buffalo Bill, sir? I just wish I was in on it, that's all.
If I'd sent you in there with an actual agenda, Lecter would have known it instantly.
And the less you know, the more valuable you are.
Yeah.
Sheriff, this type of sex crime has certain aspects I just as soon discuss in private.
That was real interesting.
Yeah.
Excuse me. There's things we need to do for her. I know that y'all brought her this far and that her folks would thank you if they could. Now, please, go on now. Let us take care of her.
Go.
Thank you.
So much hostility.
I know, right?
Right.
Probably for the smell.
I guess, yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Okay, Starling.
Ugh.
She's got something in her throat.
Caterpillar?
There's no way that could get way down in there like that.
Unless somebody shoved it in there.
So that wasn't the girl we saw get kidnapped.
Mm-mm.
I wonder if that's like a clue. Like, is he getting cocky or something? Like, why is he hiding stuff in their throats now?
Yeah.
Or, like, did he do that before and just no one noticed or something?
Right.
Where the heck did this come from? It's practically mush.
It's Buffalo Bill, isn't it?
You mean this is like a clue from a real murder case? Cool.
Just ignore him. He's not a PhD.
Meet Mr. Acherontius Styx. Only live in Asia.
Asia?
In this country, they'd have to be specially raised from imported eggs.
Somebody grew this guy. Somebody loved him.
So he has to be importing these things, or did at one point, so maybe there's like a record or something?
Yeah.
Is now believed to have been kidnapped by the serial killer known only as Buffalo Bill. Young Catherine Martin, as we've said, is the only daughter of U.S. Senator Ruth Martin, the Republican junior senator.
Daughter of a senator? Wow, they're gonna use everything they can now.
This is the number for the U.S. Attorney's office. I think you discuss this with him, or you let me do my job. You understand?
Get out of the way.
Your profile helps us catch Buffalo Bill. The senator promises you a transfer with a view of the woods nearby. Maximum security still applies, of course.
They got the big guns now.
1 week of the year, you get to leave the hospital. Every day of that week, you may walk on the beach. You may swim in the ocean for up to 1 hour.
This seems like a terrible idea.
Yeah, that's a lot of perks for him. He just wanted a window, and you're giving him a whole island.
Sounds charming. What is your worst memory of childhood?
Great.
Death of my father.
After your father's murder, you were orphaned. What happened next?
He doesn't look at her when he asks her questions.
Yeah. He doesn't even need to, like, look at her face to see if she's lying. Whoa.
Billy is not a real transsexual. There are 3 major centers for transsexual surgery. I wouldn't be surprised if Billy had applied for sex reassignment and been rejected.
Our Billy wasn't born a criminal, Clarice. Billy
hates his own identity, you see.
It rubs the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose again.
Oh my god. It's a nail.
It's that girls.
Yeah. Oh my.
They scammed you, Hannibal.
Uh-oh.
What is he gonna do with that pen?
Yeah.
Did you have a trainee make some sort of phony offer to Lecter in the senator's name? I had to.
Wow, they were bluffing. I thought he was just lying about their deal. I didn't realize that they really were bluffing.
Well, I wonder if she knew, if Clarice knew that they were bluffing.
Yeah.
I feel like she's been left out a lot.
That's an insane looking mask.
Sir, if you sign right here, we'll have us a legal transfer.
Oh no. Where the hell is that pen? He wants this guy dead.
Yeah.
Or eaten.
This is just so many people in this room. I don't know who's gonna get it.
Buffalo Bill's real name is Louis Friend. Apparently, Louis had murdered a transient and done things with the skin. Oh, and Senator, just one more thing. Love your suit.
Well, it's only through my own unique insight into Lecter's
This guy's
mind
such a
that this breakthrough is
scumbag.
possible.
And Buffalo Bill's real name?
Buffalo Bill's real name, now a matter of record with the proper authorities.
Yeah, I'm wondering how much information is actually correct or real. I mean, she deciphered the the storage clue.
Wonder if he's gonna feel betrayed by her now, though.
Right. Unless, like you said, she really didn't know, he'll be able to tell if she's lying or not.
True.
I thought you might like your drawings back, Doctor.
Nice little peace offering.
Your view.
Why did you leave that ranch? After your father's murder, you were orphaned. You were 10 years old.
And one morning, I just ran away.
What set you off?
Just gotta tell the
Started
truth.
At what time? What was it?
Jeez, he's so chilling.
What did you see, Clarice? What did you see?
I took one lamb and I ran away as fast as I could.
Where were you going, Clarice?
I thought if I could save just one, but...
Do you think if Catherine lives, you won't wake up in the dark ever again?
Jeez.
Thank you, Clarice.
He's
Just
done it. It's everything he needs.
Yeah.
Tell me his name, Doctor.
Your case file.
I wonder if he wrote something in there.
Oh, good idea.
That guy always has to ruin it.
I know, I hate that guy. I've never watched a movie where so much of just like the shoulders up, like the faces of people and looking directly at you. Wow. I mean, he is a very good artist.
Son of a bitch demanded a second dinner. Lamb chops, extra rare.
Wow.
Grab some flour.
Same drill as before, please.
Ooh, it's just chilling his hand. What are you gonna do with this? And
okay.
It's like patience
I
in
know. He's gonna pick those handcuffs. Oh no. Oh my. Oh my god. That was diabolical. Did they even call for help or backup or anything?
I don't think so. I think they could.
I didn't know if they had any like radios or anything.
Like, how is he still so composed? Like, that entire time?
Yeah.
Ready when you are, Sergeant Pembry.
Oh my god. At least that guy died. I have no idea what's about to happen to this other guy.
Shots fired on 5. Repeat. Shots fired on 5.
Sergeant Tate!
Rainey, Howard, cover the...
Look! It stopped.
Give me the SWAT team and an ambulance double quick. We're going up.
I thought he was going to use that opportunity to kill that one doctor from the original hospital.
I don't know if he's there.
No, I don't think he is. I'm surprised he used it to kill those 2 police officers and do whatever he's doing now.
Oh
shit.
Repeat, Lecter's missing and armed.
He's alive.
Oh my god.
Sergeant Tate, he's alive.
Ready? Let's go. Let's do it. Let's go.
I feel like he's too smart. He has to have a plan to get out as well.
Yeah. I don't think he's there anymore.
Roger, Lieutenant. Tate here. Main stairwell secured. We think he's on 2.
Oh no.
I have a very sneaking suspicion. The face was so mutilated or like covered in blood. Did he switch outfits? And that's the real body up there?
For the elevator.
Or if he had his face like on.
Oh my god, yeah, if he skinned his face and put it on him. That's a great idea.
There's a gun by his hand. He's not moving.
We need him alive.
Got it. One in the leg.
This guy's dead.
We're opening the hatch.
This is way too long in this ambulance.
Yeah.
I don't think that guy had a face.
I think you got it right.
With severe facial lacerations. Vital signs are good.
Oh
Pressure's
my
130 over
god.
90. Yeah, that's right, Manine. And the
No way.
They found the ambulance in a parking garage at Memphis Airport. The crew was dead. By now he could be anywhere.
Oh my
He won't
god.
come after me.
Yeah, you're right. He's definitely making something with all this skin.
I mean, if he's going after women of a size 14, maybe it's something for him because he can't get surgeries.
Right, because he wanted them, but he got turned away, so now he had to do it himself.
First girl taken, third body found. Why? What does this guy do? He covets. We covet what we see every day. He knew her.
I don't know nothing new to tell you. Frederica went into Chicago on the bus to see about a job. She never come home.
Maybe it's a neighbor. Single white man lives alone in the middle of nowhere.
That's some intuition to check there.
He's making himself a woman's suit, Mr. Crawford, out of real women.
We know who he is and where he is. We're on our way right now.
Subject's name is Jamie Gum, a.k.a. John Grant. We want him for murder, not kidnapping.
I don't think that's him. The picture they had was close, but I don't think that was Buffalo Bill. Oh. Ugh.
Precious.
She's gonna take the dog.
I got a yummy, yummy snack for you.
Oh no. Oh. It's like the creepiest thing I've ever seen. He's literally wearing someone else's head.
Where's Hannibal?
I know, right? It's like he's just out there anywhere. There's no way. There's no way he has... This is the house with the amount of screaming that's going on.
Did she get the dog down?
Precious.
Oh, I think she did.
Don't you make me hurt your dog!
Okay, I guess that is the house.
I did not think that.
No.
Good afternoon. I'm looking for Mrs. Lippman's family.
Oh, they do.
No way. Oh my god.
What's the problem, officer?
There's no one here, Jack. Clarice.
That tricked the shit out of us.
Mrs. Lippman had a son, though. Maybe he could help you. I got his card in here someplace. Do you want to come in while I look for it?
No. Oh my god.
How is he... Well, no, I guess he is in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, he's gotta be somewhere in the middle of nowhere.
Did you take over this place after Mrs. Lippman died? Is that right? Did she leave any records, any business records, tax forms?
Come on, Clarice. Oh.
Get out.
Come on, just fucking shoot him.
Freeze! Put your hands over your head. Put your hands in the bag.
No.
Freeze!
God damn it.
Did he take it?
Yeah. Call for backup first.
Jeez.
It's gotta be like a maze down here.
Catherine Martin? Yes! Stay sticking me out of here!
Hope she remembers to check her corners.
I'm gonna get you out of there, but right now, you listen to me. I gotta leave this room. I'll be right back. Don't you leave me here, you fucking bitch!
How big is it down here? Oh my god. Oh. Oh no, you have to be kidding me. Of course he has the night vision goggles on. Oh, what? Oh my god. Good shot. Just keep shooting him.
She like did all of that by herself.
I know, right? This guy sucks.
You okay?
Gunpowder, it's nothing.
Agent
Okay.
Starling, how did you track Buffalo Bill to this address?
Clarice M. Starling.
Congratulations.
I just remembered that Hannibal is still out there.
I know, right? Like, he's just... I don't know what the hell he's doing.
Special Agent Starling. Phone call.
Uh-oh.
Phone call.
Starling.
Well, Clarice, I have no plans to call on you, Clarice. The world's more interesting with you in it. I do wish we could chat longer, but I'm having an old friend for dinner.
Oh my god. I'm having an old friend for dinner.
Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry.
I knew this guy was gonna get it.
He goes for the long game.
Just stalking his food. Wow. Alright, that was Silence of the Lambs. That was intense.
Yeah, I just kind of thought it was gonna be like a jump scare horror type movie, and it was not that at all.
No.
Obviously, when they said the name Clarice, I recognized that, and especially the way that he says her name.
Right, they're like, hello, Clarice.
Yeah, like that I recognized just from...
Hearing it, I mean, anywhere.
Yeah, and then Hannibal Lecter, I did not realize this was his movie.
Yeah.
But that was just like so dark, and
it was just like just the mind of a serial killer, and then graphic,
and it was like chilling. Like there was multiple times that I was just like creeped out.
That had to be super unique. I mean, it is super unique. I've never seen anything like it, and I don't know if there's anything like it that came before this, but the amount of this movie that was just framed for people's faces, and they were always looking directly at you. Like when Hannibal Lecter was talking, especially like that once, like there was a one part, like it was like the nose and eye, that's all that was on screen. And yeah, you just got closer and closer to his face, and it just looking directly at you.
Yeah.
And Anthony Hopkins, monotone, calm, like genius level. Like, you know, he's a genius. So it makes it that much more chilling that he's evil.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing too is that he's just like, he's not like crazy almost. Like
no, right. That's what's really like creepy about it, is he's brilliant, and he's a doctor.
Yeah, but he didn't like lose it. It's like this is very meticulous, and he knows exactly what he's doing. He has the patience to stalk, you know, his prey essentially, and to, you know, he is going for the long game in everything that he does. I mean, he was in that cell for 8 years.
8 years, and he got his opportunity and he took it.
Yeah.
And that was like that whole scene where you saw the cop on the ground and they're like, oh my God, he's still alive and stuff. Like in my head, I was like, they're not really showing his face. Like I could see the bite marks. So that's why, but it was still very vague. But I was like, okay, that's just the cop then. But then they like wrapped up his face much more when they started taking him away.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's very strange. Like obviously he had very injured face, but like just essentially like blurring his face from us, the viewers. That's when I was like, is that like, there's no way, because I saw the face, there's no way that's him, but I still said it. But then you were like, what happens if you cut the other guy's face and put it on? And I was just like, you're right. Like,
yeah, I mean, I knew that there had to be like a genius way that he was getting out of there.
Exactly.
I didn't put that together as quickly as you did, but as soon as you said that, I realized
you
that
like finished it.
Yeah, I realized with everything with Buffalo Bill and the way that he skins and everything, my mind just went directly to there, and it was like, oh.
What we saw from him before that, he's way too smart to have just killed 2 cops and then be like, okay, how do I escape?
Right.
Like he knew everything he was going to do from the second he saw that pen.
Yeah.
The way he was looking at that pen, you just knew, like, oh my God. Like,
and what a rookie mistake to leave that pen in there.
Yeah.
But
so, I mean, that's how chilling this movie is, because your villain is so calm, so smart, so educated. Like you are literally talking to him.
Yeah.
For the majority of the movie. It is just haunting.
Yeah. And he completely got to know Clarice.
Which is good for her, because she's not a target. Like he likes her.
Yeah. But like down to, you know, her childhood and what makes her her.
Yeah.
And the way that she is.
And he did it so quickly too. They didn't have very long conversations or a lot of them, but within a few conversations, right to the core.
Yeah, very pointed questions to get to what he wanted. And you can tell, like, she wasn't on totally her A game when she was providing more information to his questions in the beginning than he was asking. But
just a brilliant movie.
Yeah.
But also like dark. Like I'm gonna have messed up dreams.
Yeah, that was, it's still just like, ugh. It like gives me like the chills and like the heebie-jeebies a little, like.
Yeah. I mean, Clarice was brilliant too. You know, she, as a student, was able to see the clues and the messaging that Hannibal was giving her that no one else could.
And I mean, yeah, I mean, she essentially solved that entire case on her own.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like she knew to take the cocoon, like, to the right people. They were able to like get that. She knew what information to give to Hannibal Lecter for him to trust her enough. I feel like she probably did overshare, but she did gather his trust.
Right.
And I think, though, also her teacher, like, she did this on her own, not to take away from that, but he also was good in making sure that she was out of the loop enough that she couldn't lie to Hannibal.
Right.
And she couldn't, you know, really keep things. But it did sound like she was in on the like the trick for the island, like the senator deal. Right. And it sounded like he knew that it was a fake, though.
Right.
When she came back and then he brought up the island.
Right.
And stuff. So she didn't really trick him. But
no, yeah, he was too smart for it.
The only time that she did lie, essentially. So yeah, that was crazy good, though.
And it's just the scene too, where they're like, oh, we found him, and then they went to the house, and they're like, there's no way. Like, this house is in the middle of like a pretty suburb type area. Yeah. Like, how the hell is he bringing girls in and out of here? They're screaming like crazy, and then the doorbell rings, and we were like, okay, I guess it is the house. Like, and then boom, Clarice opens up the door.
Yeah.
The way they just edited and timed that to trick the audience, that was great.
Yeah, that was great. And they got us.
Yeah, like, and then when you see Clarice open the door, it's just like your heart sinks.
Yeah.
Because you know she's there alone, and
nobody knows where she is.
No one really knows where she is. She's alone, and like, you know that is Buffalo Bill. And she doesn't yet.
Yeah.
So you're just like, please, please notice, please. And she noticed actually pretty quickly. Like,
yeah, she figured it out pretty quickly, but she just like went for it. When she pulled out her gun, like she didn't just like, oh, like thanks and like
walk out and
try
call,
to like walk out and whatever. Like she just went for it, and like how quick her reaction was to just like the click of the gun.
Right, yeah. It kind of made me feel like Hannibal was very in tune with like his senses. Like he could smell the blood on Clarice. He I feel like he would listen to her speak. Like he always looked away from her at times and would just listen to her and then kind of be able to tell if she's being truthful or if she's hiding something. Or so it's like something with the voice. So those whole senses kind of made me feel like Clarice kind of picked up on that because she had the vision, you know, taken away from her. So she had to rely on a different sense to save her. And it was her hearing. And so exactly like you said, the click of the gun, she immediately shot in that direction of the noise.
Right.
And it saved her life.
Right.
So just very, I mean, I could be reaching on everything, but I just think a very, very brilliantly crafted movie from start to finish.
Absolutely. That was so good. And yeah, no, I agree. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that.
No, like that was haunting. And I feel like I kind of noticed that style early on, but it kept throughout the entire movie. And I can't think of a single movie I've ever seen that used that much of an actor looking directly at the audience or actors.
Yeah. And I feel like it just made me so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
In a way that like these other horror movies that we watch, like, oh, they're like creepy and this, but this was just like so uncomfortable. I know that you can't really see it like on the camera, but like I was like foot shaking.
You were like fidgeting the entire time.
The entire movie, especially then when she's in the house.
Oh yeah.
I was like panicking.
Oh yeah.
Like what's gonna happen? And I don't think that's, you get prepared and stuff for jump scares and stuff, but this was not that. Like
no, this was a different level of just kind of, I mean, we keep saying it, but it's exactly what it is, just chilling.
Yeah, just psychological, mess with you. Like, that was an incredible movie, though.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's an incredible movie. I know that there's a Hannibal TV series.
Yeah, I didn't realize this was Hannibal, but I know there's other things with Hannibal in them.
Yeah, and I've heard of a TV show that may already be out. I'm not quite sure. Clarice. So
okay, I haven't heard of that one.
Yeah, so clearly there's more to this universe.
Yeah.
What I'm wondering is, are there more sequels after this? Like, because Clarice is still there, like she could technically be hunting down Hannibal Lecter. Hannibal Lecter is clearly like alive and well and currently about to have dinner.
Right.
So I don't know if there's like, I've never heard of Silence of the Lambs 2.
Yeah, I doubt that's a thing, at least that we haven't heard of. So
I'm just curious if they continued this story in movies or if they just continued it in TV shows. I've never seen any of the TV shows, but now after watching this, I'm like, oh, okay, that's what these TV shows are based off of.
Right.
So I'm interested to know if there's more in this series.
I mean, you could definitely like expand on Hannibal's story from really childhood, like
especially because he's a doctor who met all of these like crazy people as well. Like how many insane stories does Hannibal have himself?
Right. Yeah, so that would be really interesting to me. I don't know if that's what the TV show's about.
Yeah, maybe that's what the TV show's about.
But yeah, no, getting into why he's like this or how long he's been like this for, that would be really interesting. I definitely would like more.
Right. As traumatizing as that was, I'm very interested to see what else is in this universe because that was just amazing filmmaking and just an amazing story.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's creepy as hell, but you have to appreciate something that's this good.
Yeah. No, that was incredible. I'm so glad that we watched this.
Yeah, me too. So we want to thank all of the patrons for voting for this to win our horror movie poll. and we hope everyone enjoyed this movie. It was definitely a wild ride for us. So if you would like to see the full-length reaction to this, as well as everything else that we've reacted to, the link to our Patreon is in the description. If you would like to interact with us on any other types of social media, all of those links are in the description as well. And with that, peace everyone.
Bye.
Bye.